Welcome, everybody, to the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast, a weekly podcast hosted by four drivers from the PDX Sim team. Myself, Sean, followed up by Jimbo, Coach Mike, and Todd. Join us every Monday as we drop a new episode of the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast where we talk about sim racing, motorsports, and street cars, and just kind of chit-chatting and bullshitting along the way. So join us every Monday for a new episode of the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show. Real quick, if you're a sim racer and you're looking for a new sim rig, check out the affiliate link down below for Extreme Sim Racing. I run an Extreme Sim Racing cockpit. It's well built. There's no flex. They got great customer service. They got all kinds of products. So check out the Extreme Sim Racing affiliate link. We'd really appreciate it. At the bottom, there's a support the show link. That'll take you to our PayPal account. If you'd like to donate to the show, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening, and enjoy the show. Woo, baby! We're back, and we're live. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. A little loud in the headphones. Shit, Todd, what episode is this? Because I always forget.
Gotta be, what, 38?
38 of the DGDR podcast. Coming at you live with the boys, Jimbo, Coach Mike, and Toad. Guys, it's almost our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah,
Can you believe
we're
that?
2 months away.
So fast.
That's
So
pretty
fast.
crazy.
Are you going to take me out
It
to
is.
dinner?
I am a delicious steak dinner with some poutine.
No.
Is that fish poutine? Poutine?
I'm choking.
It tastes like that poutine tastes like trout.
Oh, I hope not. We don't like our
No, thank you.
poutine tasting fishy. We like that shit clean.
It tasted like flowers.
Oh,
Yes. Tastes like a
Yes.
flowery meadow.
Oh,
Rose.
Because there ain't nothing worse when you head south and it gets a little fishy. Then you come
Must-
right, you go, oh shit, look at the time.
Oh, this seems fishy.
Damn, it's past my bedtime. I got
always a
something. Yeah, I gotta go.
Or as one of my friends did one time in a movie theater. What the fuck? That shit stinks. And got up and walked out.
True story.
True story.
A ruthless
Uh,
one. So,
Spicy
Yeah.
south of the border.
Nations Cup is officially done. The season has come and gone so fast. It was like in a blink of an
Yeah.
eye. The season's
It
done.
really was.
But I like it because they split them up. So manufacturers is next. But how did you guys like this season's Nations Cup?
I thought it was.
I liked it.
I thought it was pretty good because there was actual long racing.
Yes,
Yes.
that was the best. Coming in with those
Very much so.
long races, about an hour.
Mhm,
They've averaged an hour, right? There was only a few that were under, but most of them were an hour long.
Yeah.
Yeah, or close to it.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Strategy.
It was
Yeah,
crazy.
50 plus minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Good tires. Good racing for the most part.
Exhausting, exhausting races. Which isn't a bad thing.
Nope.
Yeah.
No long,
Yeah,
no
I mean,
longer quick
yeah.
little races that you can do 3, 4, 5 in a night because
Right.
they're just short.
Right.
It's like an hour-long race. It's like, no, I'm done.
Yep.
Yeah. They're taxing.
Yes.
Which is what you want.
It is. It's what we've been looking for, and they gave it.
It
to
And
us.
with a break. And with
Thank
a
you.
break in between.
Right.
So you can rest up.
Exactly. I like that three
Not,
slots.
oh, shit, right back into the next.
You know, so you don't overdo it. You just have those
Yeah.
3 slots, and that's what you get.
Walk away, stretch, chill.
And what I think because we're up in that top tier GT1, the GT2 and the GT3, they got extra slots, right?
They got
Yeah,
extra
I think
slots.
so.
They
Races
also
were
got
cut in
half
half.
the race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
for the most
okay.
part.
So we were
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that.
It's best if you want a good race, you got to be in the top.
Yeah. So ooh.
Now, my opinion, honestly, the Nations they did a really good job.
They
It's
did.
a little short,
Right.
but
It was
overall,
short.
the Nations, the race, the combinations, the strategy, everything like that, they did a really good job. The only issue I had is their fucking servers.
Yes. Especially these last 2 races.
What the
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
is going on? There was so much rubber banding. It was almost impossible. You had to guess where the car. If you were racing close, you had to guess where the car was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it took me out my
You
first
know.
race I did. That happened to me.
Yeah.
And the fucking chicane. That fucking chicane.
I
And,
think I took one
that's
of
a
the
bad spot.
GSR guys out too. I don't know if I did, but I think I did, and I have to apologize if you're listening, GSR Shoal. I don't know if you slid off because of the glitch or if I ran into you. So if I ran into you, I apologize, but it was just sort of what it was too.
yeah.
It sucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Racing incident.
Do you think that's due to more people excited and playing, being on?
No, I think
No.
it's due to bad servers.
Okay.
I think it's poor server maintenance,
Mm-hmm.
and not paying attention on the part of PD.
Yeah.
Because I think it was not say localized, but it was localized more to the North American servers for a while, and it's now bleeding over into Europe and everything. Because even Key was like, "What the fuck?" And he's never been like that so far, like that I've seen. Like, and his races have started like rubber banding, falling apart as well, like ours have been.
Okay.
So I think it's their servers across the board are starting to failing, basically, because they're
Right.
not maintaining them properly, upgrading and shit.
Yeah, because that shit,
So-
you got to constantly updating, maintaining, and cleaning. Getting
Yeah,
all that catchy
yeah,
shit out.
Because there was a point last night in the last race. I think it was actually towards the end of the race where everybody was red or yellow, like one
right,
bar.
yeah. I was yelling.
That's not one person. That's
it was everybody.
the entire thing. That's
It
their
is up and
side.
down. It is.
You know,
I had it
and
multiple
it's
times in one race, and it's retarded. Like everybody disappears, flies
ridiculous.
off the track.
Yeah,
in
and then
front of
they
you,
are
like,
in
what's
front
going
of
on?
you, and
And then all of a sudden, yeah, like that, bam, they're right back there all of a sudden
Yeah.
out of nowhere. It's like, what?
startling.
And you got to guess, and you got to. I even had like rubber banding on my screen, like it actually, like I had like a frame pause kind of thing, and then it shot me off the track into the walls. Like it was just like, what the fuck?
yeah, no.
So-
It didn't make it easy. It's
Yeah.
not an excuse. It's not an excuse for me not placing where I should have placed.
right.
Mhm.
But
I
you
know,
know,
I
I
wish
should
would
have.
done better.
Yep,
Yeah.
I should have placed higher in the last race. I had bad qualifying and started in 13th, ended up in 5th, but
Right.
should have been. I should have been in the top 4 easily.
Yeah.
I had a couple decent rounds, but there was quite a few rounds myself that it was a lot of just kind of driver error and
Yep,
other driver error as
same.
well.
Yep.
Did manage a
First
couple good
round,
rounds, though.
first round, I should have done better. I should have just stayed out, and I may have been able to do the one-stop strategy, but got scared. I should have stayed out. Those tires lasted a lot longer than I should have just stayed out. It was my own stupid fault. Even
Right.
if I would have stayed out, I probably would have ended up in the top 5. But I didn't, and
Good.
guess what? It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. There's no way getting away from that. So,
No,
but
next year.
it was.
Next year.
I mean, one thing I can't say is I was slow last night. I was fast last
Yeah.
night.
Oh, yeah.
I was
that
very
Porsche
fast last
was.
night.
I think we all were generally.
Yeah, everybody.
I
Yeah,
was
good
it.
base.
Was it?
I can tell you that I could stick. If I got on the back of a Supra, the Supra couldn't get away from me because because it was the mid speed. Because it was the mid speed, the Supra couldn't get away from me if I was on the back of it. But, and Mike noticed this too, the McLaren mid speed was, I couldn't stick with it.
No.
If I could not stick with it. It was crazy.
Yeah, the McLaren was fast.
Yeah.
It was quick because I couldn't keep up with it either.
Yeah, I just like that last. I started with the Ferrari on that last one. It wasn't bad. I tried different strategies, and I just had some issues, driver error mainly. But overall, it wasn't terrible. And I went to McLaren, and I was doing great. The game kept screwing up a bit, and then it just got in my head, and I just couldn't. I just kept making mistakes myself. I just couldn't. But when it was flying. I was couple tenths off fastest lap all the time, like just go, and then but just too many my mistakes, too many glitching on the tracks in front. But that car is quick, I'll say that.
Yeah, it is mid speed. It is really really fast. Yeah, but I mean, the mistakes that happened were my mistakes, though. I can say that 100%.
Yeah, and that's what it's coming down to now is our own mistakes. Because same thing with me. If I wouldn't have made that mistake in that race, dude, we were 20-something laps in. I had, I think, 1 half-second penalty at the beginning, but other than that, no mistakes. Had good pace. Yep. I was up there in like 5th and 4th. At one, I think, one time 3rd. And then, towards the end, that like 25th, 26th lap, I just bend it coming
apart.
Yeah.
The rear end came around on him, and I thought,
going
all right,
through
cool, more points.
Right? And then here comes Jim. See ya. Thanks.
Yeah.
But we were far enough ahead, I only dropped down to 6th. And then I was able to maintain that. So
nice.
That's the thing is like when we don't make mistakes, we are generally really fast. Like look at the Dragon's Trail. I was just pretty much flawless there. Yeah, and took the podium in a lobby I really shouldn't have been up in front of.
Hell yeah!
That was a fairly high lobby for me too.
That's
got
not
200 plus points. Like
I don't agree with you there, Mike. That's a lobby you should be in all the time. And with the speed that you're carrying right now, that's not a. I mean,
ranking wise in general, like where my rank is compared, like that was a big lobby, and and the rank guys are there. Like I shouldn't have been necessarily right up the front there with some of those guys, but I was. What I mean? But maybe because I shouldn't have been in that lobby generally. If it's a busy, lobbies, there would have been more high-ranked guys that would have bumped me out because I was like last ranked in the lobby or something like that.
I think people really missed out on that race too.
Yeah.
That was actually a really fun race. And from now, this is the thing though. From now on, the Nations Cup races need to be all one car make.
Yeah.
It needs to just be one car, just like they do in the finals. Yep. You don't get a choice on car. It's going to be the blah, blah, blah. Now, that's going to suck for me because I'm fast in the Porsche, but everybody's going to have the same equipment. Everybody can practice in the same car. Everybody is going to be, you have equal equipment. It's going to come down to your driving.
Yep. No mistakes and consistent
laps. It's like, not all the races are great, but that's what Toyota Cup, like it's one car everybody drives.
Yep.
And I mean, it is a driver series, that one. It's built, the nation should be built the same way. It's a driver series, not a car series. Manufacturers is about the car and driver kind of thing, but more so the car. Can you dominate in this car, no matter what your skill is?
Well,
you got no skill, but you could be in the best car. You're not going to do anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could be the best guy, but in the lowest car, and you can dominate. So it's like that's why manufacturers is a real mixed bag, which is really cool. But nations should be,
yeah.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. I think Plaka. Number one, let's give. Number one. I guess we need to give a shout out first of all to Slow-Mo and Square Peg Racer again. Yeah. Slow-Mo for mentioning us on his stream. Go over and
appreciate it, man.
Go over and
big thanks.
Yeah,
subscribe.
his name is GT-Slow MOE.
Yeah.
GT-Slow-Mo on the YouTubes.
No, is that
Yeah,
slow
go give him a subscribe and
SLOW or
like.
Yes,
SLO slang?
No,
You know what I mean?
SLOWMOE,
Okay,
GT-Slow-Mo. He shouted us out the other day. Really appreciate it. And then
Rocking
Square
the
Peg
livery.
is always, rocking the livery, even though it was
right.
covered up.
Yeah,
All right.
Hilarious.
There.
Hey,
Which,
yeah, A
and
for
if you're,
effort,
and
A for
I'm
effort.
assuming,
Hell yeah.
I'm assuming that you're probably listening as well, Slow-Mo. I did the same thing for the Nations race. I put a livery together and my main logo for our sponsor, Extreme. I covered half of it up with the freaking number plate as well. And I was like, well, I just did it again. So, yeah.
Yep, it happens to the best of us, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. I've had to start adjusting liveries because they've started putting number plates back on.
Yep.
Mhm.
So,
Exactly. That's not normal.
no,
Bastards.
so everything's getting adjusted. So thank you again for that. Really appreciate it.
Plaka.
Plaka, fuck.
Everybody go
Dude.
check out his channel as well.
Yeah, he's
This
been
guy should have.
grinding lately.
Yeah, and he should have 1,000 subscribers. He's awesome.
Yeah, he grinds, he's fast, but here's the crazy thing. He only races forward.
Yep.
That's all
Yeah.
he races.
Which
He's
is awesome.
very fast in it.
And smooth.
I think that I am going to just start racing Porsche.
Are you?
Yeah.
Porsche-
I'm just going to
Porsche
race
only?
Porsche. If it's no matter what race, GT3 is going to be in the Porsche.
Mhm.
And the reason I'm going to do that is even if it's slower, the better you get with
Yep.
a single car, the faster you are in that car, and you can keep up with
Yes.
people.
Yep.
You can.
Well, here's,
you know,
and it's funny you
all
say
it's-
that because that's what I did in sport when I first started driving. First time in, I picked my manufacturer for manufacturers, and I drove those cars only in the races.
Mm-hmm.
And I started with Mercedes, and I got really good with the Mercedes, and it's carried over. And then I did it with like Corvette, but Corvette's not so good anymore. And then I got into the Porsche, and that's all. Like, look at when we were Porsche manufacturer, that's all we drove,
Right.
other than the Cayman because it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, right. Well, too, in driving in that league we were in,
Yeah,
that's all we drove.
which we'll get to at the end here, I think. So.
Right. Yeah. Sneak that in.
Yeah, I think. We do need to talk about that at the end here because we've got so much stuff to cover. I think honestly, the Cayman can be faster than we think. It's just not fast in a straight line. So I'm just gonna dive into Porsche, keep Porsche as my go-to manufacturer,
Yeah.
and just become very, very fast in it. So
I know.
There you go.
After driving it last night, I'm like, fuck. All right.
It's a good
It
car.
is.
It's a good overall
It's like
car.
I
for
forgot
most
about
places.
her. Now she's back.
911.
Yeah. It's a
And that's
damn
that's
good
what
machine.
I'm gonna do with my new
I
manufacturer.
know that's
chose.
that's smart. I think that's smart of Plaka doing that. Just like you said, just keep driving that. You learn that car inside and out, and you get fast no matter what.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yep. Well, and you have several GT3 cars to choose from with
Right.
Ford.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He
Oh, yeah.
does.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
he's
know,
fast in all of them.
Yeah, you've got the Mustang, the old GT, and the new GT. You know, gives you a huge amount of options.
Right. Right.
You know, depending on the track. So I mean,
And that Group 4 Mustang's really good. I was driving that
Yeah.
for a little
yeah,
bit.
it is. It is.
Damn.
So I mean, I think that's what. Honestly, that's probably what all we should.
We should all
We should
start
be paying
sort of
attention to,
semi-focusing
right?
like that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
You know, focus. Pick your manufacturer. I mean, Sean, if you like Ferrari and think Ferrari's fast, pick Ferrari. Go with Ferrari in every bit. You know, every race. That's what you know you should be doing.
I know.
Well,
it's
I will
hard.
let-
It's
I will
between that
say
and
it.
Porsche.
I'll say it now. I have chosen Ferrari. I've locked it in, and I will be racing Group 3 and 4
Mike is
Ferraris for now
locked
until the end of the
in.
season.
Got his pick.
Shit, I know I can't
I
decide.
really love that Group 4 car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And the
Group 4
Group 3
car's
car
great.
should do fairly well in the Group 3 races, but that Group 4 car, I've really fallen in love with it for Group 4. Like all the cars there,
Right.
it's it's fast, it handles great, and it's fun to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Group 4 car is spectacular with the Ferrari. That's one of the things that was a deciding factor for me for the nations
Mm-hmm.
or for the manufacturers is looking at the Group 4.
Mm-hmm.
I may have screwed myself a little bit with one of the races, but I think the Group 3 car is good enough to make up for that because I think Mike has a great shot because it's going to be 3 out of the 7 rounds that are counted again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's not 4. It should be 4 out of the 7, but so stupid.
Yeah.
So 3 out of the 7 rounds. Well, if you're fast in the Group 4 Ferrari,
Exactly.
Yep.
you're going to make a ton of points.
Yep.
Like if all of your races
are good in that car, Yep.
That's what I looked at. Is like if I can get the Group 4 car, which I'm pretty decent in, and do well in those 3 races, I really don't have to worry about the Group 3 races.
Mm-hmm.
No,
they're just more of a bonus add-on.
Right.
In a case that maybe I get luckier at 1 and 2 and do really well, and so that's what I would look at. It's just like, all right, there's 3 out of 7. I need 3 races. There's 3 Group 4. That Ferrari's great. I'm taking that.
Yeah, the Ferrari should be good in all of those.
And I literally chose it. I hadn't even driven the Group 3 Ferrari ever, really, I don't think. And I was just like, screw it, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out on the fly.
And not too many people are picking Ferrari, so if Ferrari was up there, Mike, you might be going, oh, fuck. I'm going to the showdown.
I looked into the top times of the first round time trials, and in the world, there's a couple Ferraris up there. And one of the drivers in Europe that's driving it is Mangano. Giorgio Mangano, one of the world finalists. So if he's taking it, a world finalist, I mean, that's usually a good sign, So, and then there's a couple other Asian guys and the other European, but there's a few of them up there. So,
oh shit, there's a chance.
It sounds like there's a chance to me.
And if I can keep my DR up into those better lobbies, there's a lot of points on hand for me, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah. Well, quick recap on Nations Cup there for you boys. And what would you guys rate this year's Nations Cup 1 to 10? What would you give it? I give it a solid 8.
I give it a solid 7, 7.5.
I was thinking just the shortness. It loses a little bit on the shortness. It could have been a few more races,
right?
But the races were longer.
Yep.
But it was good. And then the server issues kind of loses a bit there. So the season length, good races, everything else, but short season, server issues, lose a few points.
I know. I wish there was one more season. That would have been nice to have one more. But,
yeah, that's.
It should have gone through the month of June.
Right.
You should have 4 more races and then.
At least give us 10 rounds.
That's exactly. Could have 10 best of 4 or 5 out of the 10, whatever,
5. Yeah, 5 races, 50%. Boom.
I ended up 70th domestically and 95th in the region.
Nice.
So I think all of us. Oh, let me look at this.
Where'd you end up, Mike?
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Hold on. Look. Let me go. Friends rankings.
Oh, you can
I
go
come right over here.
I got 87th and 116th domestic and then regional.
Nice.
Dude, Todd, you were fucking regionally?
I don't know where
Dude, you were like fucking 47th. You were ahead of Andrew. You were ahead of Plaka. Plaka was 50th, tied for 50th.
Yep.
Lisa.
Like you.
Andrew was 60th. Andrew.
Yeah, if I didn't have wheel issues, like last 4 to 6 weeks.
Right.
Yeah,
Mullet was 35. 35th.
Okay.
Wow. We know that guy.
Right?
That's regionally in the United States. You were 34th,
Right?
Todd.
Jeez.
Mullet was
Okay.
25th.
Fuck.
All right. Good job, Mullet.
Damn.
You
Good
guys
job,
are getting,
Todd.
Right? You guys are getting... Dude, when you get your new wheel, Todd, announce.
Yes.
Tell the people what you ordered.
The new Fanatec Porsche wheel.
Ooh.
Yeah. Looking forward to getting that. So hopefully it'll correct my car wheel setup, whatever, locking up in gear. Yeah, I would say the last 3 weeks it's been
Goddamn.
doing it a lot, but it'll just the car freezes and locks up usually in like second or third gear and won't shift. And yeah, so that's what happened to my race last night. And yeah, kind of, but yeah, looking at getting this new wheel and hopefully maybe getting a tenth or two faster. Hopefully race pace improves.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if I can get a couple tenths faster during races and stuff, that would be great. So
I think the new wheel will help you out.
Yeah.
Just in general,
hopefully.
it's just a better wheel. So
yeah, leather and just a bigger rim. The shifters and everything. Yeah, the small wheel, I just never liked it really. Again, and it's like what, a $75 wheel. So
Yeah.
It's a cheap wheel.
Cheap. It is.
Yeah, and especially switching from the original Formula wheel to the new Formula wheel was amazing, but switching to the round wheel with a little bit bigger diameter was great.
Okay.
Like that made a huge difference.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
So
I think, and plus the shifter, the paddles are bigger.
Yeah,
and
magnetic.
Magnetic.
Yeah.
that is a
Yeah.
huge thing
you're gonna
right
love
there.
the feel of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It clicks. So it just click. I'm playing with my wheel.
Because that is
The
another
feel is so
with
good.
the CD Pro. I have been tend to double shift.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully, that'll eliminate some of that.
Yeah, it should. Big time.
So I was just looking at my rankings there. Holy cow. Not the greatest for what I did, but it could have been way better. But I was sixth in my in local.
Nice.
And unfortunately for me, I have a world finalist that just moved here. So, that's, a couple other fast guys, which I'm competitive with if I do well. Domestically in Canada, I'm 31st. And
shit.
Regionally, North America is 126.
Nice.
And that was with like one round that was really kind of crappy counted. So
Right.
I should be able to get top 100.
Yeah, I think overall the team did well.
Yeah.
They did good.
Yeah, definitely.
Duke Grove, 14th, and then Cyrus 13th.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
very nice.
Good job to those guys as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think one guy in my province, local, is fourth in North America. So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got Randall in my.
Yeah,
he's in Chicago.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Second. It's hard in the local area for us because we have
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
Yeah.
Well, at least we all got at least one fast ass guy to chase.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and it only makes us better. Because I'll be this honest, like for a while there, I was always number one.
Hell yeah.
Because there was nobody here, and now everybody's like moved to my province. It's kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's kind of like okay,
right?
Game on.
Challenge.
Yep.
Yeah. Take it as a challenge.
Challenge.
And because I know other than Ethan there, I race these guys and beat the other guys that are ahead of me all the time in races. So
right,
I can easily be right behind a world finalist in my area easily. So, and he's not all really that far ahead if I have a couple good rounds, kind of thing. So
Hell yeah.
Well, we'll
because we all race with
keep
Ethan
doing
all the
better.
time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's in our lobbies all the time. We finish ahead of him. You know what I mean? He's not always that good, but you know, yeah, he's fast as fuck. Obviously, he's going to the World Finals, but
Right.
How many
But
people are
he's-
in the Group 1? Do we know?
I think it's like a couple thousand or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
Yeah,
1,000. Yeah,
it's
it's
quite
like
a bit.
Yeah,
2,500 in
yeah, I think
Group
that's what it
1.
was. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so you have to think about if we're all pretty much in the top 100,
Mm-hmm.
hmm
it's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good regionally to be in the top 100 out of 2,000.
Yeah, and I think I looked through, and then when you add, because if you were go before, anyways, when you went through before it ended, you could go through the other leagues, and it kept adding the participants. So
Right.
even though you were first in GT2, you were still 2,501
Okay. Yeah.
kind of thing. So,
Mhm.
and I think it was like 8,000 people all the way down to the end of Group 3, or Level 3, GT3 league.
Damn.
So,
So
I mean,
out of that, we're top 100 is
Right.
of 8 grand basically. So
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
I don't think that's
pretty good.
I don't think that's terrible.
Nope.
I don't think that's terrible at all.
No, hell no. And two, I wish I would have gotten. I didn't really have any proper practice for any of those races except for the last one, and I did pretty well. So fuck, I just need to.
Yeah.
Calamari-
never-
Time, it just
By the way,
sucks.
Not really practice.
Calamilot just took out Kyle Kirkwood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
First lap incident. Kyle Kirkwood and Calamilot are. Oh, Kirkwood is back out with a new rear wing.
Yes. But again, a lap
Grosjean
down.
up into second.
Yep. Oh,
Dude, he's
I
the
just.
real deal.
He is. Well, he's a former Formula
Right.
One race car
Yeah.
driver.
Yeah.
He was
he is.
the top of his league. So, or one of the top of the racing.
But he always has. There's always a mishap that he gets pushed down.
Yeah.
You just
Gosh, I
never-
hope it doesn't happen.
Me too. I hope he fucking wins. You guys want to
So-
look over manufacturers? And up.
Yeah.
I was just looking at this. You know, obviously, Nations is kind of technically the lowest pool of players.
Oh,
Not the lowest, but like the low amount. Like
Right.
a lot of people don't do Nations compared to manufacturers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So manufacturers gonna
think-
have a lot more people in it.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, and I think Tij participates in manufacturers, not nations.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Okay.
He might do an occasional.
Mm-hmm. If it's a real good race he wants to do, just pop in and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, because like right now already the season even hasn't started yet, and 7,200 people have already registered in time trial.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that many people have already picked a manufacturer, possibly. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just
Yeah, it's a big deal.
You know.
Picking your manufacturer is a big deal.
I still haven't done it yet.
Yeah, same. I'm having a hard time.
I just did.
Oh,
It's official.
It's official?
It
Porsche?
is official.
Breaking
Porsche.
news.
Did you go with
breaking
Alpha?
news.
right?
Went alpha.
out of nowhere. Fuck it, I'm going Alpha.
Alpha. Yeah,
Yo.
season starts.
I
this
went
Wednesday,
with
too.
Pugat. Yeah.
Yeah. Wednesday.
Actually, I had thought about doing Pugat.
Did you?
Yeah, for a little while there. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Because I like the RCZ, but I don't like the group. I don't like the Group 4 car.
I know that's what keeps me
Peugeot.
from Porsches, like fucking Cayman. But let's look at this schedule right here, because round 1 is Wednesday, and we're heading out to Barcelona. National
Woo!
layout. So is that no chicane?
Normally was just that. Yeah, we're F1 was
Yeah,
just
that
that.
is no. That's not the no chicane. That is the short layout.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And
Yeah,
that's in the
that's the
group
short layout.
4s.
Yep.
I wish I
Yep.
could see how many laps it was, but I can't see.
Um,
it.
well,
'Cause I'm on
you
the
can.
PC. I'm on my laptop.
Yeah, you should be if you're just at the. You should be able to click the schedule.
Yeah, event schedule.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like there should be a link there for it. It shows the
Yeah, it
breakdown
shows
of
me the
everything.
schedule, but it doesn't show laps.
It should.
Round 1,
Yeah,
Group 4,
go down.
Barcelona.
There's a news article in sports mode that says the Gran Turismo World Series Manufacturer Cup 2023 series begins. You click that, and it's right
the
there.
news section.
So it is. Where is it? 23 laps.
Oh, okay.
Times 2 tire, times 1 fuel.
Oh,
Mediums.
all right.
Probably
that'll be good.
could be a one stop. Could be in, depending on because times 2 is 23. It could wear the tires pretty good.
Yeah.
Probably a no stop though. Just save some
Yeah.
tires.
Okay.
Brake balance allowed. Round 2 is where I'm kind of excited for.
Group 4. Where are we going? Ooh, Road Atlanta.
Road to Atlanta. Yep.
In the group with fuel and tires. 20 laps.
Oh, baby. 20 laps. Nice.
Hards, so it might be a bit of a saver again, unfortunately. Fucking God. Give it a little quiet,
that
but
should
it should be a good race. It should be a good race.
Decent.
Group 4s are good there.
Yes, they are. That's like perfect for Road Atlanta. You get some good racing.
And there's an exciting one. Ooh, wow.
Round 3. Group 3.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Nuremberg Endurance.
Oh, shit.
How many laps?
7.
7.
Racing hards, intermediates, and heavy wets. It's the only race that has those tires in it. So, and it's a 2-time fuel and 4 times tire.
Ooh.
Damn.
Definitely.
So that's a minimum 1
2.
stop.
I was gonna
Minimum
say
1.
2.
Yeah, because fuel there,
Yeah.
you're getting, and tires, you're getting 2 or 3 laps at most, kind of thing. So if you could stretch it.
Ooh.
And then weather involved there too. Fucking.
Mhm.
So yeah, you could be having a 2-stop. Fuck. Depending when the weather comes, if it comes multiple times, you could have a fucking 3-stop on and
You
off
could,
tires.
yeah.
7 laps, anything can happen.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the
Especially-
rank,
and
yeah.
exactly. Shit's
8
gonna
minutes and
happen.
change.
Fuck.
If you could be
All right,
on
I
your
gotta
shit
learn
there,
that track.
yeah, you could, Mikey. You're
That's
gonna
an hour.
do well
That's
there.
an hour. That's an hour-long race over. Because
Yeah.
that's 7 laps at 8 minutes, plus pit stops. That's an hour race easy.
Yeah, well, if you're on intermediates or wets, it
And
could be,
12-minute
a
qualifier.
9,
Yeah.
a 10-minute lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like that's going to be a mass. That's an actual endurance one, Nuremberg
Yeah.
Endurance.
Well, that's bangers.
Yep.
Bangers right here.
And then Sardinia.
Yep.
Fuck, that'll be good. Group 3.
Round 4. So we're
Racing
doing
hards and
back-to-back
mediums.
Group 4s and back-to-back Group 3s.
And I think it ends with Group 3, back-to-back Group 3 races, doesn't it?
Yeah.
25 laps. Very nice.
Yeah. Looks like
I'm trying to
there's a
think. I don't
mandatory
remember this
both
layout.
tires.
Good tires.
B is I'm trying to think. I think it's the narrow one, long narrow one.
Mm-hmm. The hairpin.
Down, so you go through, instead of going, when you after the first little sector there where it hooks back to the right and then into the church corner up the hill,
Oh, yeah.
it goes down the hill.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't like that track too much.
No,
Oh, fuck.
could be wrong though, but because I think C is the good one.
Oh, okay. Then we got round 5, group 4s. You're getting a high-speed BOP. Damn. That'll be a good one. 16 laps.
Where?
Spa.
Spa.
Spas.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one
It's 24
That's the
hour
one I'm
layout,
going to
too.
struggle.
Usable, yeah.
I'm gonna-
Hard, mediums, and required is hards.
And there's the catch right there, though. The usables, hard and mediums, racing hards required at 16
laps.
times 4.
Tired.
All right, so, and then
You're
it's
using
a
mediums.
24-hour.
Mhm.
But here's the thing: is the 24-hour layout as well. That's the 35, 40-minute pit stop.
Oh yeah, the long. That's the long
Yeah,
pit
it's a long
stop.
one.
So
Yeah,
that's
you're
the
on the
one
other
you're really
side.
gonna have to like really look at, kind of thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you just do the hard strategy and try to do a
and then
one stop,
or is it viable to do a 2-stop, short stint,
on the
medium,
mediums?
or hards
Yeah.
and medium?
Yep.
Kind of thing.
Right. Ooh. This is
Some
gonna be
interesting ones.
Right?
Yeah.
Should
Even
be
that's a bit of a
decent.
longer
Strategy.
race as well.
Yeah.
So not long, but longer.
Right. Yeah, that should be good.
Round
Especially
6.
coming off of Nürburgring.
Yeah. And then round 6 at the Glen.
Ooh, baby.
In the Group 3. I am going
20
to die.
laps.
I will be dead 3 times in that race.
I know. I did have no
the
speed
Glen?
for some reason.
Yeah. That doesn't
I
matter.
do like the Glen.
And then
There's
I
at
do
least
like that track.
25% of the laps done by me at the Glen.
Right.
Going through the bus stop, I turn right and go straight off. So
ooh, and hard and
that'll be a
softs are required.
yeah.
So you gotta
Hard
use,
and softs.
Yep, you got to use both.
Okay.
I know, what a combo, hards and softs.
Yeah.
Not mediums and softs. So yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Especially 20 laps. That'll be good.
So I just noticed something going back to the round 1. The national layout, the short thing, right? Medium tires and fuel aren't really a problem, but there is one mandatory pit stop.
Oh, yep.
All right. So you could start on the 1 tire pit right away.
Well, no, it's only mediums.
There's only mediums.
Oh.
It's just one of those stop and go ones.
Yeah.
So it's one of those you pit when you need
Oh.
You either
clear.
take tires or you
Between
don't.
Yeah. All right. So if you start up front, sprint to the very last lap and then pit, or if you start in back,
Because you're doing
maybe pit right
23
away.
laps times 2. So you're
Yeah.
doing like 46 laps realistically on a set of tires.
Yeah. They might need a tire change, so that's the other thing too.
Because
We
by
might,
the end,
yeah.
those fuckers will
Yeah.
probably be red.
Yeah, might
Maybe
be.
it's not.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to. Yeah, you start at the front. You go 18, 19 laps and then pit. Maybe you have to stay. You got to do at least 4 or 5 laps before you pit for the tires to last or something. So starting at the back, pitting right away doesn't. You have to stick with it for 5 laps and then take fresh tires and get out of the air. So. But yeah, that was the only one. So yeah, back down to the end there. Round 6 we were talking about the Glen. So
yeah, the Glen, that's gonna be fun. God,
well,
all
it's
these
hards and
races.
softs.
That's great.
Hards and softs are both.
Yeah,
Hards
that's
and softs
interesting.
for that one. That's
and they're both required.
Yeah. So you're
So
doing times
that
3.
could be a damn. That could be.
You're doing
an interesting one because you might go 2-stop, 3 sets of softs, 1 lap hard.
Oh yeah.
I think that would work, or a 1 stop or whatnot. Like there's a couple different things.
Is it
I don't
quick?
think you can.
Is that pit stop quick?
It's not too bad. I don't think there. I think it's about a 20-second one or so.
Yeah,
At the
which
Glen?
would make
Yeah.
Soft,
not
soft,
bad.
hard.
But you're not going to get like 10. I think you're going to get 7, 8 laps on the softs at 3 around there if you're lucky. You can do a 1 stop probably, hards to softs obviously, but The 2 soft stint might work.
Yeah,
And then
that'll be
2 or 3 on the
interesting.
hards.
We'll definitely have to do a practice lobby, and we'll figure that out because that's going to be that. Yeah, if you get
It's
these
the 3
strategies
times
right,
tires.
man, you can hit it.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what car you're in, the Supra eats up tires, but it's
And
fast.
a lot of people are picking in that Toyotas and the Nissans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the other thing there. Like something like that. They're gonna eat the tires up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So is the Ferrari though. Fuck.
See, this is
Five
where
in
I
front,
this
five
is
in
where I
front.
try to
Porsche.
influence Todd into using something other than the GTR, the Nissan. Pick something else that you're comfortable to drive in, and
You
the
should do
likelihood
the
with as
Honda.
fast as you are, you could choose a strange manufacturer and end up putting yourself into, a showdown.
Right, dude.
You're fast enough, Todd. And now with your new wheel coming in, I think you're going to be faster.
Oh shit!
And that's not to say the obscure, but if you pick one that there's not a lot of competition in, you could literally be in the top couple of players in a manufacturer easily. Like
Yeah.
not who knows Lexus, Hyundai,
Right.
like those kind of things that they're good, but not a lot of big names take.
Yeah.
Things like
True,
that you could
true.
do really well.
I know. I was
Group
trying
4,
to think what
Group
usually-
4 is good.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
What manufacturers
thinking-
are usually there? Dude, that'd be crazy. What if you got the ticket and you're like, dude, I'm going to the fucking show. Mike and Todd at the fucking showdown. You got all these young little
Racing
bastards,
for
and then all
fucking
of a
Right,
sudden
that's
you're
what
like,
they want,
glance
a
over, you got these two
50-year-old
old
and the
dudes.
fucking-
Like, what
Representing
the
Hyundai and Ferrari
right?
fucking thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, what are these grandpas doing here? Fucking shut up, bitch. I'm going to show you how
Yeah.
to do this.
And then the first thing out of their mouth when they ask you, make sure you check out the DGDR podcast on Spotify.
Be rocking the shirts to wear.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
That I saw the Yeti. That's fucking amazing.
Right?
That's amazing.
Yeah, that looks so nice.
Dude, so
I saw it and I was like, oh, God damn, I want one of those. That looks so cool.
Yeah, those are dope.
Yeah,
I know.
You pay for dopeness too.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Either that or they see a dope coming and they're like, yes,
Well, that too.
get some money out of that rube.
Yeah. So yeah, the last race should be pretty interesting for Jim especially.
Group 3. Mid
That's-
speed. And why can I not?
Interlagos.
Interlagos.
Interlagos? Okay.
Yeah, Interlagos in the Porsche, I'm fucking fast.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Oh, yeah.
Very, very
Brake
fast.
balance
Good track for that car.
available. 30
30 lapper.
laps. 4 times tire.
Yep.
Racing hards required, mediums available as well, and you're obviously going to be pitting.
Yep.
You're not doing 30 laps on one set of tires. That's fucking
Right.
sure. Hards or not.
That's almost another 2-stopper.
That damn it is.
2
it
on
is.
medium, 1 couple
Yeah.
on hard.
Yeah. That's 30 laps. Yeah, you're not going to get
No.
15 or anything like that. No
Right.
fucking way at times 4. That's
Yeah.
120
No.
laps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
They're really putting it there.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. Ooh, this is going to be a good season. I think I'm
Now-
only going to miss 1 race out of the schedule.
I just hope I can handle the Ferrari in those Group 3 because this
Right.
could be pretty fun for me too. Now, the one thing I'm going to point out, and I guess listeners can, if they don't know as well, is when you go into these lobbies, any of the nations, Toyota Cup, manufacturers, even your daily races, start really looking up beside the list of players, looking at the wind and track temperatures and air temperatures, because they make a big difference now on how the race goes. You have tire wear races. If the temperature's hot, you're going to have a shit ton of grip. but your tires are going to fall off instantly, comparable. Now, the opposite spectrum is if the air temperature is low, you are not going to have much grip. Your tires are going to last a little longer. Now, and that's especially noticeable in any races that have dynamic weather. And it can go lap to lap on that. So a place like Nürburgring, where throughout the whole track it changes, halfway through a lap, you could be shredding tires because the temperature went up because of the dynamic weather and time of day change. So you really need to watch that, because you'll know the more sunnier it gets, obviously the temperature is going up. The more cloudier, the more it goes down. So you can judge your strategies that way as well on the fly.
Hell yeah.
And that's my weather report.
I know. I wish
But
we
no,
had
I've noticed
that
it
in
a
our
lot.
HUD. Me and Jim on our VR HUD. We don't get that.
Well, we don't get the temperature in game either, but
Right.
I do see the wind direction anyways.
Yeah.
But the wind direction is there.
Yeah.
You can see it in the lobby, so take note of that, so that you know in your mind, okay, it's pushing down here, so I'm gonna have to brake earlier for this corner or hairpin because it's gonna push me through, or I can brake later in this hairpin. I don't
that's
take
one
note
thing
of
I
it
never
a lot.
do.
Right.
I never take the wind into consideration.
Okay.
It'll affect you everywhere a bit, but what I usually do is the major braking zones, that's where I'm looking at.
Right.
Where the wind is doing in those major braking zones, because that's where it's going to make or break you. If you're able to brake a hell of a lot later than everybody because you're noticing the wind is pushing into you and it's going to help slow you down. So like Fuji, if you're going down the straightaway and you got a headwind coming at you, yeah, you might be a little slower, which also means you're going to be able to brake it deeper as well. And that wind is really going to push the front end of the car down under braking as well. So guess what? Now you're another 20 meters up on that guy, Or, hey, he's going to outbrake himself. He doesn't realize the wind's pushing him into the corner,
It's straight off.
You brake 20 meters early and you're perfect in the corner, he goes off. Like those kind of things are the real key things to really watch. Especially in, like I said, the temperature thing, because the temperature model and the tires and that is drastically changed as well for grip. So,
are we supposed to get tire temperatures?
I think I heard something
eventually,
about possibly.
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably be added.
Help.
Yeah, because the little thing in the corner, like for it shows the box around. You can't really see it. You can't tell. Even when the tires are cold, you can barely, if you look in there, and depending on the contrast around it, you can kind of see they're a little blue.
Okay.
But it's very hard to see. They need a brighter system for it.
Right.
More, say, like
'cause
ACC.
I've never
Even
noticed
if they have the boxes, they could
Right.
have the boxes a lot more visible. So when you're starting the race, they're blue. You can see clearly blue boxes.
Right.
And then they go into green. And, okay, we're good. Oh, I overheated those. They're red. Oh, now back to yellow. Back to green. They need something like that.
Because I
Even
got
if they
the
don't
red
have
down.
temperature numbers. Yeah. Oh yeah, under braking you can see it go red all the time usually. So have some kind of color code that's green all the time.
Right. Yeah, that would help. Big time.
Well, don't I remember in like GT4 or GT5, didn't they have that when you're doing long races where there was tire wear? Where the tire would be green. It would, it would be
yellow,
blue. Yeah, it'd be blue when it was cold, then it was green, and then I mean, it'd be nice if they could do that again.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, by the way, I have been on mute for the past 10 minutes talking to you
I figured.
fuckers.
I'm like,
and wondering why you weren't responding to anything. So,
I was wondering too,
idiot.
because I was talking on there and I figured that Jim would have been butting in a couple times here.
I was. Don't worry.
To himself.
I was the whole time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Idiot. I am a fucking idiot. Just...
Well,
It
is the dumb guys do.
It is.
Yes,
exactly.
it is. Dumb guys do racing.
That's fitting. There it is, right there. So yeah, it's manufacturers shaping up to be. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be another
pretty good run.
Good season.
Yeah, I think this season should be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this: it manufacturers does look a little better than next week's races.
Yeah, let's go on the
Oh,
coach.
boy.
Mike, give us the lowdown on these races. These dailies
Coach
that they
Mike.
just put in a
Alright.
fucking bag of shit.
Yeah. Now, our bag of shit this week consists of back to the normal Tsukuba for Daily A, which is probably the most used Daily A track there ever has been. And in the road cars again, it's a roadster race, the NRA. I can't remember what that's, the old Mazda.
Oh yeah. That's,
Or no, the new one, the 22
Is it the
Mazda,
new
I
one?
think it is. Yeah,
Oh,
22
yeah,
Mazda,
22.
I think it is. 8 laps on comfort softs. SRDR is probably off. I can't tell at the moment, but could be a fun little race if you want to get in those cars. It's a track everybody probably knows. So, easy cars to drive. So, probably Carnegie. A lot of bumping and grinding. And Daily B would be at another most used freaking track setup of sorts, Missouri. Center reverse.
Oh, what is that? Which
Not
one is that?
That's
100%.
That's the one where you go. It is. Let's see. The reverse one. You start off away from the left turn into the hairpin. Instead, you go the opposite way, but instead of going right up the hill, up the big right-hand sweeper
You're
up the
going
hill,
left.
you go
You go
straight,
up
but
and
you
then
do
left.
a hairpin left.
Oh,
Hairpin left. And then you come
Down
back
into the
and you're
S's.
going to go down into the S's. Or
and
is
then-
it
so
or
that's
is
a-
it no
yeah.
S's? Is it the no S one where you just sort of go through the quick chicane and then up the hill, left-hand turn?
I think that's what it is. It's the half S's up the hill, sharp one over the hill, top of the hill there, and back around.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not.
the group
I don't
threes.
hate that track, but what did we figure out? How many other track layouts are there that we never ever see?
Exactly.
Too many.
I mean,
So
again,
it's funny.
lazy.
It is funny because that's 2 races basically gone back to the old basics.
Yeah.
And that, Missouri's got like 20 different tracks, but it's always a Missouri track. So
It's a Missouri track, or it's a Dragon Trail.
yeah, exactly. So B is a normal one again, but it's Group 3, 8 laps, which isn't terrible, I guess, but still fairly short because I think it's only a minute and a bit. I'm racing mediums at least.
Yeah.
So they're looking for what, a 12-minute race there?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, approximately there. I think thereabouts. One thing as well, just remember that all races have tire wear and fuel.
Oh, racing mediums, that's better. That's a surprise, even though it's a short track, so it should be softs. But
So it'll take a little bit of time to get your tires up to temperature there. And
by the time they
depending
get
on
up to temperature, the race will be over with.
exactly,
Right,
so,
exactly.
just watch yourself there because there are 1 times 1 times 1, so that they do count for the tire temperatures and such. So
Yeah.
Daily C looks like it could be a bit of a fun race for the racing involved. Unfortunately, they missed the strategy on this one, probably because manufacturers got it all. It's going to be the Daytona Road Course in the Group 4 cars, 10 lapper.
Sylvia and Ferrari.
Yeah, and the McLaren could work there.
Oh yeah.
But it's ×2 fuel, ×3 tires on the greatest tire set ever, Racing Hards.
Yep.
Any other almost, if you go like racing softs on that, you basically have made an automatic pit stop at ×3 tire because they're not going to last 10 laps.
Right. No.
So why would you do hards? If you do softs, you just with that settings, you've made strategy.
Or what about you do ×3 tire wear required hard and mediums, as well as do like ×5 or ×7 fuel.
Oh, there you go.
Make it impossible to do a fuel saving
Like
race.
15 laps.
Yeah.
Give us like 5 more laps.
Like this is my big thing. Make it impossible to make it on one stop.
Right.
Or no stop. Make it so you at least have to stop once. Sorry.
Yeah. So
it
is going to be like The Sylvie, I am going to say this, I don't think is going to be as competitive as it normally is.
Why do you
On
think that?
particular,
Because of the infield?
it's a lack of top speed for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's fast, but once it gets up in the top fourth, fifth, it loses everything. And you coming around that out of the stopping that and in the back there, you need that speed.
Ooh, that
I think it's going to be more. I think the Viper might do well. The Ferrari,
yeah.
obviously, a bit of a long shot dark horse on this. I'll call it is the Veyron.
Oh.
It just has a little. It might have a little bit low bus stop speed, depending on because it doesn't handle the greatest, but it could work well. And it should do really well as well. Is Palaka's favorite? I think the Mustang should do well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
So, but yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of migration away from the Sylvie for this one. I do think it
Just
should be
because of top
competitive through
speed.
the infield a bit.
The Jag and
But I think
Merc.
that
Oh,
the Jag, the Merc, the SLS does well. It's got I've raced it there. The SLS works really well. The Jag is probably going to do really well because it handles the infield fairly good, and it's got a pretty decent top speed, especially in slipstream. So I think you could see a mix of cars for that for sure. So, but it's going to come down to like basically the racing. In a way, as long as it's not the slowest car in the world, race what you're comfortable with, what you like racing, because Daytona will just bring out fun racing.
Yeah, I love Daytona.
Yeah, it always does.
Yeah. But that's the week. It's a pretty shitty week, realistically.
Yeah.
Daytona, like I said, it's going to come down to the people you're racing with if it's going to be a good race or not.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah,
it's pretty shit sandwichy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I have a feeling that it's going to get really stretched out, like it usually does, and that there's no strategy to bring back anybody in. It's just going to be, a lot of people just stretched out all over the track. There might be one or two groups.
I'm kind of glad
but
they're not too good because then that gives us more time.
Yeah, more
to
time
focus
to concentrate
on.
on.
Yeah, we got to focus
and I
on
think,
Wednesday and then the next race.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's why.
I think racing will be good though.
Because of the way that they've done it, that they don't rotate it back day after Wednesday, Saturday manufacturers Nations anymore.
Right.
Nations is not a big draw. Right, so they did the Nations with some strategy, drawing people back in. They're actually creating some good races.
Mm-hmm.
The dailies were pretty decent, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the last couple months overall.
Oh yeah.
So it's drawing people in. Now the big draw is always the Manufacturers Cup, and they're putting some good races in there. It seems for the most part. Now this is starting on Wednesday, and then another race on Saturday. Do you really want people? They just want some sort of lackluster dailies just to kind of whatever, and then give you time to focus on this. Here's some races, so you don't have to really work on these dailies too much. They're just basics, of sorts. Here's the new manufacturers. All these races are, 30, 40 minutes to an hour instead of the 15, really 20 that we're used to. There's effort involved, a lot more so. So they don't want to, I think, overwhelm everybody at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's how I feel. Yeah. Yep.
But I do, because they are putting, it seems, a lot more effort into developing these series than they usually do.
Yeah.
If they could put half that effort into maintaining their servers, we'd be great.
Right.
A lot better.
10 out of 10.
Back to the server issues again there.
Oh, the server issues.
Come on, PD.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. The server issues are just, it shouldn't be happening. Should not be happening.
Not at this point.
Yeah.
You're in the real
season.
You're in the real season. There shouldn't be server issues.
Yeah.
No.
Should be dialed
exactly.
in.
I could see an issue maybe dailies because of crossover. Before with 4 and 5, PlayStation 4, 5, or vice versa. But they shouldn't. It shouldn't be that rough where it's every other lap rubber banding and the whole string of cars flying off in front of you, and then all of a sudden reappearing 2 inches in front of your face.
Dude, it was
You
insane.
know, so
I thought I passed like 5 cars. I'm like, what is everyone going wide for? Jim's hitting the wall, and I'm going up through the tunnel, and I'm like, oh, fuck, dude, I just scored. Nope, all of a sudden, they all appear in front of me. I'm hitting cars, getting tossed to the side. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing is because of all that shit, your races kind of get ruined and shit, and it's just like it's gonna push away. So fix this. If you're putting all this effort in, trying to drive all these people back into the game because it's getting exciting, you need stable servers.
Yep.
If you stable the servers up, people are going to give you rave reviews. Really,
exactly.
they've really progressed in the last couple months overall with some of the updates. Yeah, the BOP is not exact, but it is competitive now with these races. That's the difference. It's BOP's fucked for dailies. I'll give you that for the most part. But in these manufacturer races in the nations, even where there was different cars, there was competitive cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it came down to tire wear and fuel and everything else being involved now, like the BOP is, in my opinion, is in a pretty decent spot with strategy races. Take the strategy out, it's not.
Yeah. Well,
So
I can't wait for Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
I'm stoked.
Exciting.
I just can't decide on who I want to pick. I'm gonna try and by the end of the show, I'm gonna try and have my mind made up.
Yeah.
So stick around if you want to know what manufacturer I'm gonna pick.
But yeah, what about anybody? Check out the Formula race.
Ooh, that Formula One.
Oh yeah, the Formula One race was good. Sorry, I'm yawning right now.
God damn,
the Formula One race was, the Formula One race was I thought was good. Todd thought was boring.
Was good.
I did.
I thought it was good for the fact that it just was. The strategy, I mean, Max was out front.
Yeah, dominated. Started on the mediums. Everyone else is pretty much on softs except for a few other people's, and he's fucking got like 3 seconds, 5 seconds.
Dude,
how are you doing that on the mediums?
5 seconds.
These dudes are on the softs.
He was 5 seconds ahead.
This is ass backwards.
Just on another level.
Yeah, another level. Yeah.
Well, I think that what they should do is they should basically just take Max and his car, put it over in victory lane at the start, and make him sit upstairs, and then let everybody else race for second.
Because that's basically
realistically, it's the guy. I'm not a huge fan, but a lot of mad respect. The guy is a god behind the wheel.
Dude,
right now. This is what it comes down to, though.
For him.
This is what it's coming down to, though.
He doesn't like doing PR. I just think he just let me fucking race, and what you can do your spot. He just and I see nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't either.
Like I think he sees through all the bullshit.
Yeah, he's a driver. I mean, that's
he's there to fucking win.
And that's the funny thing. Let me race. I don't need to sell your fucking products and advertise you and.
Like Red Bull's fast, right? Mm-hmm. But they're not on. I don't think the Red Bull car is that fast. It has an edge on everybody because look at Perez. Perez does pretty good, but even still, he's competitive. Like the rest of the field is semi-competitive with him, right? So it does have a bit of an edge. It's Max that is just destroying the tracks right now in that car.
Well, it's Max. It's Max in that car.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like Lewis in the Mercedes. It
doesn't matter. If he was in the Mercedes, he would be dominating, and he's just light years ahead of everybody.
It's the fastest car.
They should put him in Sonato's car.
Yeah, these are the fastest F1 cars ever in history. Right? They're only getting faster. Mm-hmm. And he is, and in my opinion, is probably one of the fastest drivers ever. There's some legends, but like I don't really think anybody like the sheer dominance he's putting in and going to continue to put in whatever car he's in, like it's Max's league for years.
Oh yeah, as
yeah,
long
because
as
even
he's
even
willing
because
to stay
realistically,
in that car.
well, then it doesn't
Yeah.
even matter because if Red Bull's car starts fucking going downhill, he'll go somewhere else to win.
You think he will go somewhere else?
Oh, fucking right.
Well,
He's
they
not
have
a fucking loser.
contracts.
I think
He-
I think
you're
he's a
locked
Red
Yeah,
in
Bull
oh yeah, his
contract,
contract,
so-
dead.
yeah, but he's not I don't know the contract, but I'm sure him and his dad haven't locked him in too long.
Right.
Like locked in and stuff and good pay,
I
but
think it's
not
like
enough
20,
to like
28
to
or
get
something.
stuck in a contract where it's you're stuck in that car for 3 years after it degrades to the field.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where everybody catches up and passes you. You know, because skill alone, if the car goes down,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, reliability issues, maybe their engine you know what I mean, like the new end doesn't work with Ford and shit. Like he doesn't want to be locked into a loser. Because
Yeah.
Max is not a fucking loser. Look at fucking every time he gets any seconds or anything, he's like fucking, you know, he's
Oh yeah.
you know, like, and the funny thing I think is like he's so fucking fast that nothing is acceptable than pole first for fastest lap every time. That
Right.
he's hard on
Well,
himself.
they had to tell him,
But-
like, chill out, dude. You got fastest lap. Calm
His
down.
dad, the way that his dad has built that guy,
Mhm.
built a racing god, right? So much so that his dad's a fucking driver, right?
Mhm.
Yas is a driver as well. He's raced, but have you ever seen him get in the car with Max?
Mm-mm.
He is like
is
being a
fucking
race driver.
terrified.
He's a race car driver, but he is fucking terrified when he's in the passenger seat with Max. Literally you do not see that from another race car driver.
Right.
And his dad is literally fucking terrified every
Oh,
time because
shit.
Max is so fucking fast in anything.
Right.
Every car he's in is just fucking to the absolute fucking limit
Oh, yeah.
every time. It's just,
Online,
and it's
real, fuck
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
there's
one
so many
of those
videos of
guys.
him being like how does Max carry over and be so dominant in racing and in fucking sim and this and that?
Right.
It's just because he just does like he just you know
Yeah.
he sees he's programmed. His dad programmed him to be fucking a god, basically. And I don't necessarily agree with it because, from what I understand, his dad was a fucking asshole,
Right.
and still
Always,
is a bit of an asshole.
always has been.
Yeah.
There's
You know,
there's somebody
borderline
that we
on
raced
today's-
with. There's a person that we've raced with in one of the leagues that has serious issues with Yas.
Oh.
Yeah, like he's this kind of person that, like, by almost today's standards, he'd be borderline abuse.
Right.
Like
he
child
looks.
services
I mean,
and
he
shit
looks
like that.
like
Like-
he'd be an asshole.
Like
Very
even
stern.
Mhm.
Max has never really necessarily hidden that. He's like, yeah, I'm a
Right.
strict ass motherfucker and piece of shit in a way that way. Like he said it a bit, you know what I mean?
Right.
But he goes, look at me,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Look what he molded me
The
into.
proof,
Yeah.
obviously, the
You know,
proof.
Yeah.
It was rough,
Couldn't-
but now
mean,
I have
got
the
my
greatest
ass
life
kicked
of
and
ever.
shoot every day, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm winning
Yeah,
You
guys
broke-
were,
like,
you know,
getting-
millions.
Getting
hundreds of
yelled
millions
at
of
and
dollars.
punished, you know, yelled
Or
and
will
punished
be.
as a kid because you didn't break 5 meters later.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're fucking go to bed without your fucking cake and you know kind of thing. And it's like next time you're gonna fucking break later. You know?
Right.
Okay, Dad. Yeah.
Right.
Don't hit me again. You know, kind of shit. You know, like
don't know if it was that.
well, I don't know, man. I look at that guy's
Yeah.
all speculation.
Yeah, this is all
You know.
theory.
DGDR podcast.
Right.
Bro talk.
Yeah.
exactly.
This is just speculation.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have
Dude,
no
don't
idea.
take this serious. This is satire.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. But yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
it matters. As you put a half decent car for him, and he'll
Yeah.
fucking win.
Well, yeah, he's
will.
going to
He will.
dominate until 2026, and then depending on how everything
Engines.
goes on all the changes, most likely, I mean, he'll still be up there. I don't know. I would like to see him go do the 24-hour of Le Mans.
Mm-hmm. He will.
Yeah, but they don't. No, he won't. Like
Well,
it's
after
weird
his
because
F1
Well, at
career.
one point in his life, and
Well,
he
yeah.
will. At one point
After
in his
his
life,
F1,
he's going
once
to.
he's done with that.
Yeah, I
Because
would
he's
like
go-
him to
he
see
wants
you
to win it
Indy,
all.
too.
Yeah.
You know, I want to
You
see
never
you
know.
in an oval, and
Yeah.
you know,
I think at one point you will see him in Le Mans, like the 24-hour, because he's gonna want. He knows that's a huge fucking thing. He's gonna want that bragging rights under his belt as well. You know, you may see him go over to possibly say something like Indy or even NASCAR and be like, "Hey,
oh shit,
you know, I am the best fucking driver."
Right?
You know what I mean?
Do
like,
them all.
Like he's
Get
got
'em
that
all.
kind of thing to him that it's just no matter what it is, he wants to win. Well, you were dominant in Formula One, but this guy did this, this, and this. Oh, really?
Right.
Watch. Here, hold this. You know,
Dude, if he ends up doing that, because what? How old is he? 20, 25?
25.
Young, yeah.
Dude, fuck. It's gonna. He's gonna. His career is gonna be definitely gonna have a movie.
Yeah, because look at Alonso. Alonso just did the 24. Like, and how old is he now? Like, you know, and he's just doing that kind of stuff as well. So he's got a huge career ahead of him outside of this if he wants.
Time.
You know.
Yep.
And I think, I honestly think that he's the kind of guy that it just takes somebody. Oh yeah, you know, yeah, you're a good F1 driver, but oh really? Hold this Red Bull for me. I'm gonna fucking show you something. You know, like, he's that kind of attitude. Like, and I think that kind of shit will burn into him. Like, if he is not considered the absolute best because of, he'll go and do it. You know. Well, you never race motorcycles. Oh, guess what? I will.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I mean? No, you never did. Like I could see him doing like, who knows, like the car rally. You know. Just because somebody fucking basically challenged them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This has turned into the Max show. We're not even Max fans.
Fuck.
So that
Exactly.
just shows
Like,
how
I am.
fucking
How
good that
dominant.
motherfucker
Oh,
is.
yeah, Todd is, but he's a bandwagoner. Oh, he's the greatest guy ever. No, I'm just joking, Todd.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to
Don't go
hate
get
him,
mad at me, Todd.
but you
No.
can't because the guy is just he's so good that it's like you fucking hate him because he's that good.
Mm.
It's like how people didn't like Jordan and Kobe because they were that fucking good.
Mhm.
I didn't like Kobe, but I had respect, and he is the shit, and he was super good. But he was on the Lakers, and I'm a fucking Blazer fan, so F you.
It's why.
But Jordan,
it's funny.
Jordan is the goat.
Bulls. He is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Speaking
Like,
of good
I got to
and
see him a
goats,
bunch of times.
nice to see Mercedes up the front again.
Yes.
2-3.
Well, the qualifying was interesting. You had McLaren in third, Alpine in fourth, and then you had the Mercedes. Aston Martin kind of fell flat this race. They were in sixth and ninth. But Fernando had some damage to the floor.
Yeah, Fernando got some
qualifying.
damage, yeah.
The Alpines did pretty good. And then, dude, Ferrari, I don't know what the hell happened, but you had Charles starting from the pits. So it wasn't.
Yeah, their car was garbage.
Yeah. I was surprised Carlos was a second.
Oh my god, he fucking in the race he got ran down by everybody.
He did. Yeah.
Oh, that car!
I kind of felt bad
that in race.
Well, that's why
in
I was
race that car was
mad.
garbage.
I'm like, dude, you're on the softs. Max is on the mediums, and he still has you by 8 seconds. Like, well, what's happening? Is the car that hard to drive?
Yeah.
I think the answer to that is
backwards.
yes.
It is.
Whatever they're doing, they're going backwards.
Right? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they haven't improved their car.
They are.
That's for goddamn
They ain't
sure.
doing what
improved their
Mercedes
car.
is doing because I was, for some reason, I don't know why, I'm not a Mercedes fan either, but I was stoked to see them back up on the podium, second and third, even with Russell's sweat on his visor.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
that is so funny. I think it's raining out here. Wait, I think that's just my sweat.
That's your sweat, mate. I was laughing
Wow.
so hard. But yeah, it was good.
Could
to
that be
see
your
them back.
sweat? Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought actually the amount of passing that happened in this race was pretty awesome.
Yeah, where did Russell started? I think didn't he start?
Yeah,
11th.
Yeah,
He started
and
11th
a
through
lot
12th.
of the top guys
That's what
were
I
in the
thought.
back. Because you
and
had
they put out a bit
Russell,
of a performance.
Perez, And then Leclerc, but Leclerc still didn't do nothing.
Yeah. Russell had a couple of good sends I saw.
He did. And Perez was fucking on it.
Yeah, he was as well,
Able
trying
to
to come
come
through.
back and finish in fourth. And then, Carlos falling back fifth.
Lando could have had a good race there. I think he could have been podium contender if he didn't have that little.
I think so too.
At the beginning.
I think the car was. I think the car was good. I don't know if podium contender, but that car was.
They were hoping for top 10, is what they were shooting for, and just didn't quite pan out to what they thought. I thought Fernando catching up to Stroll, letting the team know, hey, let him know it's all good. I ain't gonna try and pass him. It's good points for the team. He doesn't have to worry, so he can concentrate and not be scared.
Yeah, team player.
Dude, this guy is just impressing me this year. Just the way he's working with the team and how he's getting things done.
This is how I always think with Fernando. What's his angle?
Right?
Like, what's his angle?
Isn't he always the asshole? No one likes him really, but
that's why I'm like, what's his angle?
Trying to change his persona.
I think that's what it is. I think he's trying to kind of change that and be sort of remembered as something a more better, positive driver. And I think his angle is that, and the fact that he is just happy to have a seat where he could have been. He could be the Danny Rick right now. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
He could be. He technically could be that guy who's a reserve, if that. You know what I mean? Like, because of the way he's been over the years.
Well, is he the?
So he's happy to be a seat. Yeah, he's happy to have a seat and a good seat, right? So he's just and like, look, he's ear to ear after almost every race because he's having the time of his life. Now, what's that? 5 podiums and 7 races. Like, that's outstanding. And if it wasn't for Max, he'd be a championship contender right now. And that's what he says it all the time. He's like, yeah, Max is fucking Max, but yeah, we're doing so great, like, kind of thing. And yeah, he's just happy to be there. I think is the biggest thing right now.
Well, and I question how, like, what happened at Alpine to make him be so. He's not happy with Alpine.
No.
You can't be happy with a team if you're pretty fast on a team and you decide to leave them, and then you say things like, well, I'm in a faster car now. Like this year, he said that several times. It's great to be in such a fast car. Like, well, what did Alpine do to him to make him...
Ignored him.
Right. Well,
I think that a lot of it is because, not to say that he's egotistical, but the guy has more experience than probably most of that team put together. And he's probably feeding them, oh, I need this. You got to change this. We need more of this here. We got to do this there. No. Our engineers built, and they give him a shitty car because they won't set it up and build it and design it the way that he knows it'll work. Not like a Lauda, like that it can help build a car, but like that, like giving that driver input. Right. And I don't think they listened. I think we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing was the attitude when it just clashed, I think. Well, speculation, obviously, but I think that's probably what it was because most fast teams listen to their fast drivers,
Right.
And he wouldn't be talking shit if it was him, he'd be just like, oh, it's just, something else, right? But if you're saying it's nice to be in a fast car, nudge, you fucking idiots,
Yeah. Well, it was in Drive to Survive, I think this last season or the season before, where he said, F1 needs a villain. I don't mind being the villain. And he gave us an evil smile. It was great. He's like, I don't do it. I'll be the villain. F1 has a villain. Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah,
right now, though, he's not a villain.
No.
He's not a villain right now. He's like, to me, it's like
back.
F1 story of the year or something like. Or it's kind of like the feel good moment for somebody like that. You know what I mean? Like anybody else could be in that car. There could be anybody in that car, right, having that good year right now. For Austin, but the fact that it's Alonso, a senior in the F1 world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's past his prime, like most time. Like most people retired well before that, right? And the fact that he's still there going at it, it's just like it's that feel good that that the legend has returned kind of thing. You want to see him do good, regardless if you like. I never was a huge fan of it, but to see him driving like this and having this kind of a season, it makes me root for him and cheer for him.
Right. Yeah, when he came to Ferrari, man, I was stoked.
Yeah.
I don't mind Fernando.
He's a love to hate guy kind of thing at the same time because
Well,
he's
and there was a lot of stuff that happened that was team oriented that got pushed onto him too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way he won the race in Singapore, where Flavio Briatore basically was like told the teammate, "You have to wreck."
Right.
In order for Fernando to win and get the points he needed, the teammate had to wreck. So the teammate made it really obvious, and now Briatore is not allowed to do anything in Formula One anymore because of that.
Barred. Yep.
Like that's
Crashgate.
Yeah. Oh, good old Crashgate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that wasn't a Fernando thing. That was a Briatore making a decision that affected the entire team.
Yeah, now it leaves a stain on his kind of reputation as well, being part of that. He's just out there driving, and at the same time, and doesn't know this is happening with the other driver in the background, kind of thing, through team talk or this and that, and then the next thing you know, what you guys did? What fucking assholes? Thanks. I'm pretty sure Alonso would have then to have that tied to him to do it fairly. You know what I mean? He's not that kind of an asshole.
No, and it's funny because I watched a documentary on him, and he never came off as an asshole. He's always come off as somebody that's like really funny.
Yeah.
Super, super funny. And I mean, he's friends with all of the sciences too.
Yeah.
Like they're literally friends. Like they're it's part of it's part of the forum or the racing community, but he's friends with them.
Yeah.
So
Max looks to him like a mentor.
Yeah.
And talks to him after races and gets feedback and stuff like that. And he gives them tips and stuff. Like he's a F1 guy. He's a good guy. He's just that comes off like an asshole because he's funny, but he's also sarcastic as fuck. Like he's probably one of the most sarcastic, dry humor kind of guys around. If you just
did you hear?
You think he's what did I hear?
Did you hear that Gunter got in trouble?
What?
For what?
Because he spoke his mind about the stewards.
Oh fuck!
He got in trouble. He got called to the steward's office and is going to get some sort of penalty because he said the stewarding is shit again this year.
Dude, his book, if anyone hasn't listened to his or read or listened to his book, my God.
I have it. I haven't listened to it.
Dude,
it's so good.
The opening?
He narrates.
He does not give a shit.
Oh, it's so good.
He does not
the cold
give a
open,
shit.
that cold opening, like fucking first I'm just gonna start off by saying, thank God that fucking season's over.
I love that
like,
guy.
oh my fucking God, this is gonna be a blast.
Yeah, it is. It's
because he don't pull no punches, and with his accent too, it just adds such a humor to it.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah, he is a super, super funny person. He is just funny in general. It's like, who the fuck would put my face on anything?
Right.
Like, because there are all these Gunter shirts, and he's just like, who the fuck would do that? These fucking maniacs.
Yeah. It's like that. You ever seen that little fucking clip of him getting interviewed where they fucking think he cursed?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd fuck everybody in the paddock.
He's like, he goes at one point, and this is what it sounds like, obviously, but it's like at one point I would have fucked the whole paddock for an extra point.
Yeah, and he's like, and they're like, what?
What?
I said, and his handler's like, What did you just say? He's like, hug. I hugged everybody. What the fuck are you talking about? Hilarious. Hug.
my
I'd hug
God.
everybody.
But he's such a fucking riot. Even the first drive to survive, like he could, yeah.
He's the star. I watch because
He doesn't.
because of him.
He
and
does
Danny
not
Rick.
give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Danny Rick doesn't give a shit
No,
either.
I love that guy.
No. Yeah,
So
you don't give a
good.
shit even more now.
Right? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Well, yeah, that's the Grand Prix, the Spanish Grand Prix. Next up, they're in Canada on the 16th through the 18th of June in Mike's kind of somewhat neck of the woods.
Not really. It's on the other side of the country.
Yeah.
It's like
It's still
7,000
I'm closer.
kilometers.
I'm closer than Mike is.
Yeah. By a
By
long
Yeah.
time.
a long way.
Todd, you could drive there,
Yeah.
couldn't you? 6
Yeah.
Why
hours?
would anybody want to
Todd,
drive
you're-
to
you're
Quebec?
in Chicago, right?
No, Toronto's
Chicago,
9
that's
hours
probably-
from me,
Oh,
so
okay.
12.
Montreal's
Oh,
another
shit.
12, 13, yeah.
Yeah, 12,
It's
13
a 3 to 4
hours.
hours depending on
It's about
traffic.
24 hours for
Yeah.
you, Mike.
Oh, fucking Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yeah.
No, it's a couple days.
It's four,
That's
yeah,
a
that's
couple
probably
days,
a
man.
40
It took.
hours straight.
Oh, shit.
I drove from out here, where I am on the island, BC, to Nova Scotia, and it took me daytime hours only. It took me 10 days.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
No,
Canada
24 hours.
is
is-
large.
Right?
Yeah,
large,
it's
yeah.
7,600 kilometers, something like that across. So how many miles that would
Yeah,
be?
4,200 probably.
Fuck.
Yeah, Canada is much larger than
Right.
anybody thinks.
It takes a day just to get through the goddamn prairies.
Yeah. Do you...
It's mainly
It's the
because
United
you fall asleep and head off through the fields because it's fucking so wide open, just flat, straight. They can just fucking take a nap.
Those are the United. That's the United States too, though. Like,
Yeah.
people don't realize how big the fucking prairies are here.
Yeah.
Like the prairies are fucking massive.
Yeah. Saskatchewan's got 3 trees right beside the highway.
Yeah.
It's the only place you can get shade in the province.
Oh, that's funny.
That's hilarious.
Someone was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna head up to Saskatoon." I was like, "Oh, Saskatchetoba," and they're like,
Saskatchewan.
No. I'm like, "Yeah, Saskatchetoba. Everybody knows that." Oh yeah, we were gonna have a guest today, but he had to cancel. So we will get him on again soon. It was going to be
Scheduled.
we're going to get it rescheduled as soon as we can. So thank you, Dusty Fossil, Junkie Sport, Carl from England for trying to get on, but he had some other things come up. So thank you, sir.
He's
Do
the
appreciate it.
Yeah.
So what were you
He's
going to say there, Mike?
our English goat friend. He's the OG out there.
Yeah,
It's some of the
Old
best
goat.
racing. Yeah, some of the best racing leagues and setups and fun times. He's the OG for that. I don't know where and how he comes up with it all, but he's a genius for creating fun. So.
Yeah, that's an understatement. We have a blast racing with that whole crew of people. But
It's
definitely
kind-
stay tuned in because we might have some surprises coming up right around our Le Mans episode. So
real quick before we sign off, did you guys see that IMSA accident pilot sport challenge at Detroit?
no,
It's
gonna
in the
watch that.
Discord. Holy
no.
shit. Dude, just
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You need to check this out. Dude, it's crazy. The Beamer just goes right up and over and then drives off. Smoking like hell, but holy shit. Dude,
Well, that's
literally
pretty
drove
awesome.
over that car.
Super GT, Jimmy Broadband, and Misha.
Oh,
Are
that
on
was
a
kinda
race
cool.
team.
oh what?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they'll be racing the Nürburgring 24 hour.
Oh, really?
Shit.
Oh, that's
And-
pretty cool.
In what?
When I saw that, all I saw was these like big news, something like that, headline for it, and I saw the three of them in this like the thumbnail for it, and I just like, oh my god, is this happening? I knew right away. I was like, because, oh yeah, it's the three OGs basically.
Right.
You got Misha, the OG of the fucking Jeep of
Dude,
Nürburgring.
Yeah, he knows that shit like no one's business.
Jimmy is the OG of the sim world, and now into the racing world, winning championships.
Mhm.
Super GT, the same thing, going into the real world racing as well, being like, and I mean these
They're doing
guys,
well.
and all three of those guys, in some form or another, know that track inside and out.
Right.
Well, for charity, Super GT did the for 24 hours.
200 laps.
raised- yeah, 200 laps and raised a bunch of money. I think it actually was like 27 hours.
Wow.
But he said he's
Raised,
also going to do
for-
it again. But he raised a bunch of money for charity in
Mhm.
the Philippines for school and
Okay.
Yeah,
everything.
they built some real good. If you haven't seen that, check that out on Super GT's YouTube channel.
Yeah,
the
that video.
whole thing. He did that charity event. They got school supplies, built schools, things like that.
A building,
a bunch of kids in the Philippines, so they can get an education. Real stand-up guy. Real good job.
Yeah, they just showed it. Yep. And there it is. Takes off. There he goes. Wow.
Hell
I'm just
yeah.
watching the BMW flying over. Yeah.
So they're gonna be driving a BMW for it.
No, they won't be. I'm sorry. I'm watching the BMW just crash. Yeah. What I'm not. I don't remember what car they are going to be driving.
I can't either. It's a huge announcement, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Huge. Dude, that's cool.
So,
I can't
Definitely gonna have to
that
check
is.
that out.
Apparently,
Definitely.
because I'm in Canada, I'm not allowed to watch that video.
Oh.
Oh.
Weird.
And even on YouTube, it says like, yeah, the uploader has made this not allowed for you. Go fuck yourself.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
That's
NBC,
weird.
that's why.
Oh.
Interesting.
Canadia. That's all I'm going to
Yeah.
say. Canadia.
No free speech.
Yep. Can't stand
I'm
that
free.
shit.
I'm free to speech. I'm free to speech my mind.
Justin Trudeau's a piece of shit.
Man,
I'll say
That's
it.
some good.
Yeah,
That's
And on
some good
that
speaking you do there.
yeah.
That's the end of this episode 38 of the
Oh,
DGDR pod.
Oh, guys,
forgot
okay, we got to be
Oh,
some of the
yeah.
dumbest guys that do racing because we even spoke about it at the beginning and making
Right.
sure we had time to talk about that other issue,
I guess
But
we're
due to
smoking
and we
time
still end up
restraints.
racing it.
I'm going to
Like,
blame
oh my
Time
God.
restraints.
Definitely
this is
going to blame
Todd's
this
fault.
one on. It's definitely Todd's fault.
Yes.
Definitely
Todd gets his
Todd's
new
fault.
wheel this week.
You
It's
good?
Todd's
Yeah,
fault, and
see
he gets
Todd
a new
pull-
wheel.
Yeah, he's going to be in the world finalists and the manufacturers
Yep.
in the
Yep,
in the
for Hyundai.
Pugats.
Out for that.
Sean, did you take a manufacturer?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, Sean,
Dude,
Sean.
I forgot about that. I think I'm gonna go Porsche.
Oh,
I just feel
him and
right.
Oh,
no,
fucking
just kidding, just
copycat.
It just feels
Fucking
right.
You
copycat.
unoriginal,
PR
repeating.
bros.
You unoriginal piece of
I
shit.
was gonna
PR,
go Ferrari, but who knows? It
Even
might
then, even
because
then-
I haven't signed the contract, so check
Oh.
into the YouTubes because who
Good.
knows? Most likely
Oh.
Porsche, but I don't know. I was kind of feeling Ferrari too, so I don't know.
Lexus.
I'm high right now, so I'm feeling good.
Oh,
Let's
He
shut
doesn't
down.
even remember.
Oh, yeah, the
he doesn't
tinctures.
even remember what he's doing.
My tinctures all of a
Yeah.
sudden are hitting me. My eyes are so heavy. I can't even keep them open. But it feels good.
Hell yeah.
Feels good.
Hell yeah.
Let's go down the line, Jimbo. Where can they find you at?
You can find me on. I don't do much on Twitter, but I do have a Twitter account. But Instagram, Twitter, YouTube are all PDX_Jimbo_Racer. We'll be on live tonight at 8 o'clock along with Mike. What are your socials there, Mike?
my socials are, well, I don't really do much on Instagram, but I am there. So, and then YouTube are both the same at PDX_N_Mix Masker. That's Masker with a K, not Master. What about you, Todd? Where are you at?
I am on the YouTubes at VOGZ and PSN Network, PDX_Bows. If you want to add me on the PSN Network. And Sean, where can they find you?
Instagram, I'm not really on there, but I'm on there. PDX_sim_racer. And then also check out the PDX Sim Team's Instagram, PDX_sim_team. And then on the YouTube's PDX Sim. And check out the PDX Sim Team YouTube as well. We'd really appreciate it. So, yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Make sure you check us all out tonight on the our Monday night stream.
Monday night, and then
we'll see you. We'll see you all tonight.
Manufacturers,
Definitely check a suit.
it's coming out.
No doubt about it.
Ooh, there it is.
Oh, geez, I gotta go feed my beaver.
Oh,
We gotta go, guys, because I
yep.
a beaver.
Oh, peace. See you next Monday. Bye.